Time now for the Morning Rush.
And we kick things off with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. Cold front moving in today. We will see cooler temperatures over the northeast, but because of the timing, we're going to see most of those impacts overnight into tomorrow. That does come in the way of some snow showers for the Sangre de Cristo Mountains and the northeastern plains. Accumulation possible against the eastern slopes of the Sangre de Cristos, but in general, most of us just dealing with the winds and the cooler temperatures. Adam?
We could learn more today about what led up to BCSO firing shots at a suspect earlier this week. On Tuesday morning, deputies were called to an aggravated assault near Isleta and Bridge. Shortly after, deputies say they spotted a man matching the suspect's description. That man fled. A deputy opened fire. The suspect was taken into custody. Deputies say they did find a gun at the scene. BCSO says it will give an update on all of this at 2 p.m. today.
State police investigating a double fatal in Eddy County this morning. Around 11 o'clock yesterday morning, officers responded to a head-on collision between two trucks on US 285, that's just south of Loving. Initial investigation reveals that the Ford pickup truck crossed the center line and collided with another truck. Both drivers died. The crash remains under investigation this morning.
Rio Rancho police are still actively looking for witnesses this morning, and they're looking for witnesses in a crash that killed an 82-year-old woman. Family says Dora Segure died last month when her white Toyota Camry collided with a white Jeep Wrangler. Police say they are hoping to find people who may have witnessed the moments leading up to this crash so that they can figure out what caused it. Also happening today, the city must now decide whether a worker is in trouble for running a hidden hair salon. Last month, the city made a surprise visit to the zoo and found a hair studio in a secured maintenance building. The maintenance worker's supervisor says he allowed it. They say the haircuts were always done during lunch and for free. The report will be forwarded to the state agency that oversees regulations and licensing for barbers and cosmetologists.
President Trump is back in Washington after delivering remarks at a GOP fundraiser in Texas. On Wednesday, the president dismissed reports of Republican Party infighting before blasting Arizona Senator Jeff Flake. Flake called out to Trump for his, quote, undignified behavior this week and is calling on his GOP colleagues to do the same.
Today, documents related to John F. Kennedy's assassination are expected to be released by the National Archives and Records Administration. The president says he's excited about the release of thousands of those documents. Many are hoping they're going to provide new insight into Kennedy's murder 54 years ago in Dallas.
This morning, President Trump and other Republicans are latching on to revelations tying Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign and the Democratic National Committee to that dossier of allegations about Trump's ties to Russia. New reports reveal that both the campaign and the DNC helped fund research that ultimately ended up in the dossier. So far, both Clinton's campaign and the DNC say they have no knowledge of any involvement. For more on that report, head on over to our website, KRQE.com.
A Santa Fe man is locked up this morning after police say he stole a truck and then rammed into a police officer's car. Police say Tuesday night they stopped to question 32-year-old Luis Pinon in the stolen truck, and then Pinon deliberately crashed that truck into a patrol car and sped away. He eventually crashed into another car before officers used stop sticks to slow him down. Pinon was arrested and is now facing multiple charges. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index out of 4. These strong winds that are in the forecast happen overnight as that cold front gets in here, but they'll be out of the east about 25 to 35 miles per hour sustained, gusting up to 50 miles per hour, and then colder temperatures to fill in after that. That continues overnight into tomorrow. Adam?
A rosary will be held for New Mexico music icon Al Hurricane on Sunday, and his funeral is now set for Monday morning at 10 at Queen of Heaven Catholic Church. A public celebration of Hurricane's life and legacy will be held at the Al Hurricane Pavilion at Civic Plaza when construction there is finished. Hurricane, known as the godfather of New Mexico music, died Sunday after a long battle with cancer. He was 81 years old.
Some UNM students can now download a new app that will help them with their homework. Jonathan Brandt is a computer science major who made the app. The app works by simulating and breaking down all 118 elements of the periodic table into protons, neutrons, and electrons. There are still some bugs that need to be fixed out here. So far, it only works for some Galaxy and Google phones.
Listen to this. A new study reveals a reduction in brain plasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and change, could be responsible for memory problems in Alzheimer's patients. The Canadian study found brain plasticity is significantly lower in people with Alzheimer's compared to healthy people the same age.
Time now for a check on traffic. No major concerns out there. Oh, one just popped up. I lied to you. We have It looks like a vehicle reportedly on fire. That's I-40 westbound at Rio Grande. That just came in within the last minute, so heads up there. Also keep in mind I-40 eastbound, we've got some construction that has a few of those lanes closed, so extra time needed for those of you taking I-40 west of I-25. We'll keep you updated throughout the morning.
All right, parents, listen up to this. There's an active recall this morning for 63,000 Fisher-Price Soothing Motions and Smart Connect Smoothing Motions infant seats because they pose a fire hazard. The company says it's received 36 reports of the product overheating and is offering customers a full refund. The company is urging parents to stop using the seats immediately.
And finally, we've been talking about this all morning long. Coming soon, Amazon will be able to deliver your orders inside your home. The new Amazon Key, coming next month, would allow delivery people access into the home when you're not there, and a camera will record it all. But first, customers must buy the Wi-Fi connected lock from the company for $250. The service will initially be available in 37 cities.
There you go. All right, time for the 5 facts.
Start with number 5. The Astros and Dodgers head to Game 3 tomorrow night in a tied series. Game 2 was an exciting one. Houston defeated LA 7-6 in extra innings. Game 3 set for tomorrow night at 6 p.m. on Fox, New Mexico.
On to number 4. A Colorado teen has a new prosthetic hand this morning thanks to the work of an Albuquerque robotics class. Aiden Valdez lost an eye and 4 fingers this 4th of July in a fireworks accident. Since that accident, his family had searched for a prosthetic hand, and his mom came across the Albuquerque School of Excellence, and STEM students helped him out. Science teacher Dr. Baguette says his STEM club students had developed artificial limbs for a lot of people and animals at no charge.
Number 3 now, a prominent Albuquerque charter school founder is free on bond awaiting sentencing this morning after pleading guilty to fraud, theft, and charges that he lied to the feds. Scott Glassroot now faces more than 5 years in federal prison. He's been under investigation for 3 years over his use of charter school funds at Southwest Learning Centers. Glassroot's now admitted he took more than $2 million funneling it to personal accounts.
At number 2, cold front starts to move in over the northeast today, but we will stay ahead of it this afternoon here in the metro. That's why temperatures are so warm in the 70s. Overnight, strong gusty winds, snow showers possible for the north, cooler statewide tomorrow.
On to number 1, science standards for New Mexico schools are expected to go into effect next year without the controversial changes once proposed by the PED. That surprise announcement came last night from Education Secretary Christopher Ruzowski, who, according to the Journal, said that public debate had become a distraction. The agency faced an outpouring of criticism over state-edited standards that challenged evolution, ignored climate change, and questioned the age of the Earth. Instead, Ruzowski says New Mexico will now adopt the next generation science standards in full with just 6 New Mexico-specific standards. To read more, go to our website, krqe.com.